coming
You
up.
came up with this term slut. What was the purpose of using that word, slut?
Well, if you look in the dictionary, the definition of a slut, right? It starts out and it says a woman that, right? It's promiscuous, has a lot of sexual partners. But it never says a person that. What I do is that I embrace the derogatory labels and give women confidence.
And what do you mean by you embrace it?
I would refer to myself as a slut.
Oh.
I could, I went through a divorce and then I started dating after that. And it's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm going to be.
I don't think going out on a date makes you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
A slut maker. Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Hello and welcome to Cultural War. In this very interview, Jess is going to be interviewing Amber Rose. You all know Amber Rose. Amber Rose is very, very, very popular. She's an influencer. But unfortunately, she's influencing in the negative because boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This interview is very loaded. She talks about her SlutWalk, which this is what she's very mainly known for. You know, she's very slutty. Yeah, so I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I want you to watch the video for yourself. My name is Roland, and please, I want to welcome all the returning subscribers. Thank you for watching, and those you're new to this channel, you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos like this. Without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Today, my guest is the organizer of the SlutWalk. SlutWalk, I'm talking to Amber Rose. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And
it's the Amber Rose slut walk, because there's other slut walks that go on all over the world.
The Amber Rose
Yeah.
SlutWalk. So are you the original?
I am not the original. That's why it's very important to put my name before it, because there's other slut walks all over the world. I just have my own.
Amber Rose is also a mother, activist, entrepreneur, and TV and radio personality. You are famous for hosting the Amber Rose SlutWalk. You also have a conference called Open the Women's Conference, right?
Yes.
What is that? Yeah, what is that about?
Yeah, it's a women's conference, so we have a lot of different speakers that come in and kind of explain different things about feminism, body positivity, just equality, slut shaming, rape culture, and we educate.
Amazing. You came up with this term slut. What was the purpose of using that word, slut?
Well, if you look in the dictionary, the definition of a slut, right? It starts out and it says a woman that, right? It's promiscuous, has a lot of sexual partners, but it never says a person that. It only says a woman.
I've never looked that word up, so I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah.
But it does say a woman.
Oh, also promiscuous as well. Promiscuous as a woman that. So what happens is that men can go out and be sexually liberated and have a bunch of women, but if a woman does it, there's all these derogatory labels that come with that, which is an extreme form of bullying for us, just like the gay community had to deal with all kinds of homosexual slurs, in turn made people kill themselves. And it's the same thing that we deal with as women when we deal with whore, slut, hoe. I mean, there's girls in high school and college that are really either getting on drugs or killing themselves for those derogatory labels. And so what I do is that I embrace the derogatory labels and give women confidence.
And what do you mean by you embrace it?
I would refer to myself as a slut.
Oh.
So basically, it's really what people think about you. It's not really actually what they know, right? So I could, I went through a divorce and then I started dating after that. And it's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm going to be.
I don't think going out on a date make you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
A slut maker. Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
No, it's sad.
But men
actually.
shouldn't do that either, though. It's not. I know that a lot of women think that that men get away with that, right? But they really don't. A man should not be having sex with different women.
Why not?
It's not. It doesn't show respect to the woman.
Well,
He's
what if
just
she wants
using her for
it?
sex.
But what
I'm
if she
sorry.
wants it?
And then he should correct her. Because a woman that wants sex with different men
But what's the
is
difference
out
really
of
between
control.
a man and a woman besides the private parts,
What's
right?
the difference? What you say?
What's really the difference, right? Besides anatomy, like what is the difference? We're both human, right? So if I want to have sex, I should be able to have sex when I want to have sex, and I shouldn't be labeled as anything because I'm a human being.
How would you personally define slut? How do you define it?
I define it as a derogatory word that men and women use against other women to put us down for our sexuality.
And so you want to take the shame out of that word so that when women do these things, they won't feel embarrassed by it?
But it's not about them doing these things. That's where that's where the mistake comes
Okay.
in, right? So
Right.
you can be a virgin and be called a slut, right? Because it's really what people think about you. It doesn't matter actually what you do, right? So like if you're in high school and a boy goes and makes a rumor about you that you did this, that, and the third, it doesn't mean you actually did it. It's what
Right.
people think you did. So now you're the school slut.
That's true.
So regardless, that's what I mean. You can be called a slut and not actually be a slut. It's just a derogatory word that people use to bully women, to put them down for what they either think they did or what they actually did.
I always say that SlutWalk is a safe place for you to come and wear what you want and be who you want, and no one here will judge you, because if they do, they're getting kicked the fuck out. I promise you. Straight up. But I'll talk to y'all more later. I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the festivities. Be kind to one another. Love one another and compliment one another. Go up to someone that you don't know and give them a compliment. Let's spread this positivity. Have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Rose.
So you call yourself a slut.
Yeah.
Do your parents know you're a slut?
Yep.
And what do they think about you being a slut?
They love my slutty ass. They love me.
So are they embarrassed to know that?
Oh my God, no. They couldn't be more proud. I receive letters, DMs on Instagram and Twitter of, you know, women that are like, Amber, you really give me the confidence. You help me realize that all the name calling, all the bullying, it doesn't mean anything. It's only because people are uncomfortable with me. And that's why, you know, I embrace it more so. And I almost go far and beyond, like I'm extremely extra on purpose to prove a
Right.
point.
Amazing. I read that your father and mother broke up or divorced when you were a little girl, right?
Yeah, I was 6 years old.
6 years old. And you and your mother were homeless for a while.
We were.
What was it like being homeless?
What was it like being homeless? I don't know. I was young, you know, so it was like a long time ago.
Right.
So I guess if I was homeless when I was older, it probably would have affected me more, I feel like. But we got out of it, and you know,
So
now we're here.
you were close to your mother,
Very close, yeah.
and you have a brother. Are you close to your brother?
I have 2 brothers.
Oh, okay. Are you close to them?
I am very.
And do they see you as a slut?
What definition of slut are you referring to?
The one you use.
Well, I don't really use slut as a word. That's what I'm trying to say. So like slut is not really, it's just a derogatory label
Oh, I see.
that people use against me. So like I just like to piss people off
Oh,
by
okay.
referring to myself as a slut. So if you're asking me, do my brothers look at me as someone that has sex with a lot of people, or?
Well, the fact that you're willing to wear that title, what do they think about it?
They think I'm changing the game, the culture, giving
okay.
women confidence. Both of my brothers came to my SlutWalk.
Really?
Yeah, my mom comes to my SlutWalk every year. This year will be the 4th annual SlutWalk.
Here in LA?
Yes.
Okay. And how about your father? How does he feel about
My dad will come next year.
Really?
Be the fourth
Are you
anniversary.
close to your father now?
I am.
So did you forgive him for abandoning you and your mother when you were?
He never abandoned us.
Oh, what happened?
Well, my father was in the military. And so what happened was that my mom got pregnant with me. And, you know, my dad wasn't really on the right path in life.
Right.
And he decided to man up and join the military so he can give my mother and I a better life. And he did, but he was gone a lot. And while he was gone, you know, the marriage kind of ended. My mom had a really tough life before she had me. And so she, you know, she suffers from depression and anxiety. And that was the only reason why we were, you know, homeless for a brief time.
Oh, okay. And so are you're close to your father now?
I've always been close to my father.
good.
Yeah,
You love him?
I do.
What is a man?
What do you mean, what is a man?
Besides the body part, the physical part, what is a man?
A man is a human being. A man has emotions. A man, you know, is, besides the body parts, I don't know. I don't really look at men as any different, really, from women, besides private parts.
So you think emotionally and mentally, men and women are the same?
I think that men are taught not to be the same. I think that's where the problem lies, and I think that's why a lot of men let their pride get in the way when it comes to love and showing their emotions. That's why, as being a mother with my son Sebastian, you know, if he's crying, I'd never let anyone say, like, boy, why are you crying? You a man, man up. And I'll get an attitude. I said, no, you don't ever tell my baby that, ever. Just because he's a man, he's allowed to show his emotions. And I asked him, baby, why are you crying? Why do you feel this way? It's okay to cry, let it out, tell me, talk to me, have communication with me. That's what a lot of men lack nowadays, is that they can't cry because they're a man. They can't feel emotions because they're a man. And it's really unfortunate because they internalize everything and then they kind of explode when it becomes too much.
Women hate emotional men because they see and know that that's a weakness. And I've had so many women tell me that if they're married to a man who is emotional or they're dating a guy, it's like a lesbian relationship. You have two women together. And so if being an emotional man is the right way for a man to be, why do women hate men who are that way?
I think women are taught that as well.
Really?
Yeah, babe, this is the thing. Society has taught us all these things of how we should be. Instead of saying, why don't you just be who you are? No one ever says that. You're not raised to be like, hey, be who you are.
But it's not natural for a man to be
Of
emotional
course it
like a woman.
is.
It's not.
It's not
he's
like
not
a
born that
woman.
way.
No, it's not like a woman. He's a human being.
But not like a woman, though. A woman.
Jesse,
you do
babe.
agree that men are the head of women, right? Especially their wives and things like that.
I do not agree with that.
You have to agree with that.
No, I don't.
Why
don't,
not?
Jesse. I don't.
Why don't you agree with that?
Because I don't think it's valid. I think that's what our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, everybody that came before us, that's all they knew. So this is what they taught us and instilled in us. That's why women are like, oh, I gotta let a man be a man. I gotta be submissive. I gotta, I can't make too much money because then he's gonna feel inferior. Or I can't be too strong because then he's gonna be feel
But normal
inferior.
women, though, real women don't think that way. Those are the
What is a
feminist,
real woman?
Those are the feminist women who think that way.
But what's a
But
real
let me
woman?
a real woman is a woman who knows her place. She loves being a woman. She's not.
Is this happening right now?
She's not in competition with a man because she
Oh
loves being
my
a
God.
woman. And she loves a man who is a man. She's not in competition with him. That's a real woman. But you have these feminist women who are jealous of masculinity and they want to kill it. They want to. You agree with that, right?
I feel like you're trolling me right now.
What does that mean?
I feel like you're like saying things to like get a rise out of me.
Oh,
because
no,
it's
when I was
almost
going-
so like
When I was growing up,
far-fetched.
boys were boys and men were men.
Mm-hmm.
And women and men understood their positions in life as a man and as a woman. And you had order, for the most part, in the earth. But then that
So
changed.
did we? Did
Yeah,
we have order?
we did. And then that's changed, and then men became weak, and women went out of control.
But why can't we control because we have vaginas? Is
I
that
said
what
they
it is?
went out of control
Okay.
because
Okay, fine. What is out of control? Getting jobs, being businesswomen?
no, it's,
Because what happens is that when we are strong and we are businesswomen and we make our own money and we honestly all we need is sperm to have a baby. We don't really need a man anymore, right? So what happens is that men feel inferior and in turn down us
but
for
that's
that.
not true.
It is true.
No, real men do not feel inferior to a woman. Now, a beta male, maybe, but not a real man. And making money and doing the things that you just named is not, that doesn't make a woman at all. Because anybody can go out and make money.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying, Jesse.
What makes a woman is when she's not in competition with a man. She understands
What
the
about
role
a man
of
being in
both.
competition with a woman?
A real man would never be in competition with a woman.
Why? But what if
because-
she makes more money and what if
because
she's just smarter?
a woman is not competition for a man. He naturally has authority over her.
Jesse.
So I got to ask you
You're
about.
making me so sad right now.
I got to ask you about this man. I read that you were married to some guy by the name or dating back in 2017. Back in 2017 during the SlutWalk, you were dating a rapper by the name of
21
Savage,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. And 21 Savage held up a sign. I felt bad for you when I read this. My heart broke for you. 21 Savage held a sign at the SlutWalk, said that I'm a hoe too.
Yeah.
I feel badly for you.
Why?
Look, Amber, come on.
Let me tell you one thing.
Let's
21
talk.
Savage
Let's talk.
is
a
the
man
most,
said that he's a hoe.
He's the most secure man I have ever met in my life for saying that. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? If he can go out and he can sleep with an abundance of women, right? He is not labeled a hoe. He's labeled a man. And for me, I could sleep with 3 guys and I'm labeled a hoe. So he's basically saying, look, if she's a hoe, I'm a hoe too. That's it. Because all it is, Jesse, remember, it is just a derogatory label. It's not really a real definition to the word because they only use these words for women. They don't use these words for men. And I love 21 Savage for that because he was the only one that was so secure in his manhood to be like, you know what? If I slept with 50, 60, 70 girls, I guess I'm a hoe too. Cool. We just gonna walk down the street together at the SlutWalk and we gonna make a difference.
But you're right, he is a slut or a hoe or whatever you want to call him.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't want my daughter to marry a man like that.
You're not in control. You're not in control of your daughter's vagina, so it really doesn't matter
No,
what
but
you
I
want.
would never allow my daughter to marry a hoe man.
But you cannot allow her to do anything.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
She's gonna do what she wants. Trust me.
No.
She will. Yes.
Anyway. And so 21 Savage got a lot of social media, hard time on social media about that.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about that?
I thought it was amazing. He didn't give 2 shits.
You didn't think?
Nope, he didn't care.
How the is my man not a savage anymore? Like, do y'all want him to pistol with me, beat me up, shoot up the SlutWalk? Like, what the do y'all want?
Y'all need to get off nigga dick. Get off my dick.
Get off your bitch dick too.
Yeah, get off my bitch dick too. SlutWalk was fun as a motherfucker.
Little bitch.
You married him at one time, right?
I did not. No.
You did not. You married somebody.
Wiz Khalifa, my ex-husband.
Why did you break up with him?
Sometimes things just don't work out.
Was he a whole man too?
Oh, he was an amazing man. He still is. He's an
And so
amazing
why
father.
didn't you stay with the amazing man?
I don't believe the success of a relationship is based off time. I think that you can move forward and develop a different kind of relationship, and that's what Wiz and I have. We have a relationship forever through our son Sebastian. This weekend, I went to Charlotte, North Carolina to see my baby father perform, and he's on tour with Snoop. And I met I'm actually still high. I don't even smoke. Now, you know that we have Sebastian together, and I really, really want another baby. So I asked him for his sperm, like I always do every time I'm around him. And I'm like, you know, he'll probably give me some more sperm so we can have another baby. But instead, he just put his babies on my face. Thanks, Wiz.
Would you like to be married to a man and love him until death do you part?
I don't know. I don't know. I've already been married. I've been divorced. I have a beautiful son. I don't necessarily sit around and think like, oh, I want to be married again. I just want to be happy. Whatever that is, whenever I find that, that's what it's going to be.
Are you happy?
I'm happy right now, yes.
Do you have perfect peace?
I don't necessarily know what that means.
It's, you know how you have a lot of conflict on the inside at times? It feels like something is missing in your life? Well, when you have perfect peace, you never experience those types of things.
I wouldn't say I have perfect peace, but I would say that I am happy.
And why not perfect peace?
I don't believe anything is perfect. I believe God gives you trials and tribulations to overcome and learn from those.
But he also gave us perfect peace so that we can overcome those trials and tribulations, because people who do not have perfect peace, they cannot overcome them. They are overtaken.
So you're saying
by
perfect peace is for me to overcome all of the obstacles
Yes.
that I've been through? Then
Right.
I would say that I have perfect peace, for sure.
What do you do when you're all alone, no one is around, you're by yourself, and you feel this emptiness, this void in your life, as though something is missing? What do you do when those times come?
I would probably masturbate. I'm a strong believer in masturbation. I think masturbation is the safest sex, and you become in tune with your body.
You're trolling me.
I'm not trolling you.
You are trolling me. You're trying to get a reaction.
I'm not.
So you feel
I'm just pro masturbation. I feel like that's something you should know about.
So you're sitting around by yourself, feeling this void, like something is missing, and you masturbate.
Yeah.
You're trolling me. I know you're trolling me. She's trolling
I'm not,
me, right?
Am I trolling him? I'm not trolling you.
She's not trolling me.
I'm being extremely honest. Does that make you uncomfortable?
It's abnormal. No, but it's abnormal for women to masturbate. That's a man thing to do. Women who masturbate are becoming men.
I can't believe this is real. I feel like I'm on Punk'd right now. Like, I just can't. I can't believe. We could not be two totally different people.
You disagree with that?
Yes, I disagree with that. I masturbate every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm sexually liberated. I feel amazing.
But it's not normal for women to do that. They have
It
to
is very
force
normal.
themselves to become that way.
No, it's very normal.
Really?
It is.
And
It is.
every day. Why do you
Yeah, I
need
mean,
to
I
do
try. You know, I'm a busy woman. You
Yeah.
know, and I have a son and stuff like that. But you know, when I can get to it, I get to it.
Amazing. Do you want more kids?
I do.
You do. What is, you say that you are a feminist. Define what that is.
Just equality.
Do you hate men?
No, I do not.
You love men?
I do.
You had what seemed like a rough life growing up. You know, you were a stripper at one point, and do you regret anything you've done so far?
No, I wish I could be a stripper again. It was the best time of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
And why don't you do it again?
I would do it for like my man or like in the house.
Okay. Are you a Christian?
I was raised Catholic. I was born Catholic, and then I got rebaptized when I was 12 and became a born-again Christian.
And would a Christian be a slut?
Yeah, anybody can be a slut, babe.
Not a Christian, all right?
Yes.
You think God will want you to represent Him as
I
a
think
slut?
I think God put the word slut and hoe and tramp and skank on earth for me to defend other women and embrace it and make a change.
Men don't want sluts as wives and mothers of their children.
Who cares? You can't live your life for no man. It's not about men. Who cares about men? If I sat here and lived my life for a man, I would be miserable.
But you do understand that a man would not want a slut to be the mother of his children,
That's
right?
not true because...
Not real men.
What is a real man, Jesse? What is a real man? You?
Yes. A real man that loves what's right, he does what's right.
Well, then why do guys
respect-
marry porn stars?
Because they hate the mothers.
That's your like logical reason for
Yes,
that? What if they just
100%.
want a confident woman that knows what she's doing in the bedroom?
A porn star is not a confident woman.
Why isn't she?
Because a confident woman would never embarrass herself like that or be used in that manner.
She's not being used. She's actually saying, yes, I want to have sex with you, and you. If that's not the most confident thing, I don't know what is.
Do you realize that men see women as sex objects first before they get to know their brains?
But that's a real man, though, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, but why do all men do that then?
Because they're in a fallen state. And so in that fallen state, they just want to feel good. And sex make a man feel good.
I want to feel good, too.
So he's just using the woman for his own personal gain.
And guess what? There's times where I've used men and I just wanted to have sex and I didn't want to be with them after.
But when he get ready to marry, he look for a decent woman.
And guess what? He cheats on her with strippers and porn stars.
But not a real
Usually.
man, not a real man.
Yeah, they do.
Do you think we need to restore the family so that life can come to order again?
I think that is unrealistic.
To restore the family?
Yeah, because you're then forcing people to do things that they don't want to do.
Why wouldn't they want to have a family?
Put it like this. Let's say I want to have 5 children, right? I have 1 now. I meet another guy, right? We're in love, we have a baby. It doesn't work out, right? Do I stay and work it out for the rest of my life and be miserable and unhappy? Or do I go find another guy and have another baby with him and have 3 baby daddies? But I'm happy, all the dads are good. I don't want to be with either of them. But I have my children, they're beautiful. I'm happy. Why do I have to feel like society is pressuring me to stay with one person and continuously have kids with the same person that I am not happy with?
But if you truly loved that man, you would be happy.
Love is not
never
enough.
matter what the
I've
situation.
loved men that literally have treated me like shit. So I refuse to stick around for love. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. It has to be way more than love for me to stick around and be with you.
I asked you the definition of love, and you said what you said, but love is simply not hating. When you don't have anger, you have love. Mm-hmm. And we have that love, which is not based on how you feel.
But you can love somebody and not be with them. I still love my baby daddy.
But
I don't want to be with him. He doesn't want to be with me romantically, but we still love each other.
Is he spending time with his son?
Absolutely.
Children suffer when they don't have fathers and mothers together.
Jesse, that's not true.
Why do you think black men and women are so crazy? Those that are born with single mothers. If you notice, the men that are born with single mothers act just like the mother. They're emotional, they have doubt, they're worried, the women are taking care of them, or the government.
That comes from parenting. You
Right.
can't just say that it's a
But
woman.
that's what single
Some
mother-
parents are not amazing parents.
But that's what single mothers do to boys and girls. She recreates them in her image. They lose their natural self and they become just like the mothers.
So
Where a father's supposed to
going
stand
back-
between that and not allow the mother to destroy the children.
I understand that, right? But you're saying that a mother and father have to be together in the
Right.
same house.
Yes.
I don't find that to be true.
Because he has to protect his children at all times from the mother. How would he protect her? You know how sometimes you go home, you have a long day, you're real bitchy, and your son like, mommy, come. You're like, no, I don't want to play right now. Go.
I never say that to my son.
You will before it's over.
No.
And in those very moments, you're traumatizing him. Where if the father was there, he'd say, no, do not talk to my son in that way. He can correct you. And that
So
will
you
help
think it's better for his father to correct me in front of my son rather than me telling my son I don't want to play right now?
Right. Because it shows the son how to deal with women in the proper way, and it prevents him from being traumatized by the mother. You're trolling me again.
No, you are
No,
for sure
no.
trolling me,
You're-
Jesse. This is almost unbelievable. Like, I can't believe that you think like this. It really hurts my feelings.
This is the
because
right
it's
way to
sad.
think. I want you to consider some of these things because I know you had a rough start. You are
I
not
didn't
there.
have a rough start. I had an amazing childhood. I went through trials and tribulations
Right.
in my life that I have overcome. I didn't have a horrible life. I was a stripper. It was the best time of my life. I would do it again. I miss the ones falling on my naked body while I'm on stage. It was literally, I wish I can go back to my 20s.
So did you like the fact that men were groping over you? That's why you like doing it?
No, they were not allowed to touch me, but I love the fact.
Meaning looking at you,
oh my God, when I got on stage, their reaction when I walked on stage and I like took my top off, it was that reaction, I live for that every day.
It's a turn on.
Yeah.
But you're also controlling those men in that moment. You like that?
Yeah.
See, that's what it is about. All ego.